Hi everyone, if you wanted a good overview of Decksplash, check out my impressions from just a couple weeks ago. If you want me to talk about the changes and maybe offer some more thoughts about how the game is progressing, stick with me. Okay, you staying? Great! So, Decksplash had its second major test and with it came a few changes. Let's go through the features for version 1.2. New team landing zones. Okay, so landing zones became a shared resource, which means that only one can be placed down at a time per team. They also increased the size and the amount of time they stayed on the map. Now it's much more clearer when a landing zone is dropped, but I'm still wondering if it needs to be around for just a little while longer and increase the time it takes to charge up. With the amount of grinding and combos I was racking up, it was much more dangerous to go for the landing zone than to just maintain my current line, so I often ignored it. HUD callouts. They changed the UI to give players just a little more feedback and tell you what's happening around you. This included making landing zones more prominent and importantly letting you know whether you're repeating the same trick too many times. The latter of which is great. It stops players from exploiting the same moveset over and over again. I am guilty of this. Just check out my other video and see that how it kind of changed. Anyway, we'll go into this in a little bit more detail in just a short moment. An improved lobby system. Yep, this seems to be improved. Can't really say much more than that. New legendary deck design. The new deck is called Muscle Chung and is based on one of the team's legendary server coders, who seems to be part lobster, part professional wrestler. What an honour. I'd love to be featured as a board in the game. Bossy, you have the right to use my likeness should you ever run out of ideas. Okay, so right now the game has definitely improved. The controls are pretty much the same, the changes have been made to stop people exploiting the score and made combos and grinds much more meaningful. The landing zones in theory are a good idea, but I never made it a priority. Maybe I need to play with a few others and coordinate better. There are a few things that I want the team to improve upon, and one of them is the board design. You see, at the moment, the game gives you random boards, but there are certain designs where I just feel like I'm at a disadvantage, most prominently Muscle Chung. You see, the top and the bottom of the boards are pretty much the same colour, and there's no contrasting colour scheme to give you a true indication of which side is the top and which is the bottom. There are definitely some really good boards like the Iron Bread board, which have two contrasting colours and allows you to use your instinct to land it much more efficiently. I think it's important to make the rotation of the board much easier to understand from just a quick glance. Unlike the last test, my spam of the button mashing proved futile. It meant I had to get just a little clever and combine grinds to score some mega combos. The problem here is I think the community are still learning the ropes, and it was very rare to see anyone match my score. Except when I played with the game designer Andreas, who just pretty much dominated the entire match, scoring over 1 million points in a single game. He did apologise for the brutal thrashing on Twitter, saying, "Sorry man, just trying our best to dispel the myth that doing lots of single tricks are just as effective as big combos." And he's right. The last playtest saw me winning every game by randomly spinning, but the new system punishes you for repeating tricks, so you're going to need to chain combos to get an advantage. Then there's a shockwave attack. If you're building a massive combo, there is little to no warning that these shockwaves could strike, and it just ruins your combo completely. There needs to be a chance to defend yourself from these attacks somehow. Additionally, I spent a lot of time holding on to my shockwave because using it on others just seemed horrible, almost troll-like. Someone dedicated a portion of their time to build up a combo, and it just seemed wrong to destroy it in a single second. I'm wondering whether the shockwave should be used to perhaps not knock the other player off their boards, but maybe it halves their current combo. Perhaps you see someone with this combo of 24. Now if you and another teammate attack them at the same time, you could easily reduce it straight to a 6 times combo in just a couple of seconds. Or maybe it could be used to reverse the controls, or replace it with slow mode, which means that when they get hit, they spend a long time in the air and they will not be earning as many points. Perhaps the landing zone then could become a counter attack and a successful land could negate any negative effects. Just a few ideas. Anyway, that's my thoughts for the second alpha tests. It's moving in the right direction and I'll keep checking back to see how the game progresses. Remember, you can sign up to join the alpha. Just click the link in the description. And if you want to see any more videos from me and be alerted of when I'm uploading new videos, click that subscribe button. Take care, everyone.